Good day, be in Christ, seek Christ, be in all. I am John Malcolm Dayag from Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in English. So today we will have a literary analysis or literary criticism about the Order of Melchizedek through the lens of sociological criticism. Unveiling the Order of Melchizedek by Nick Joaquin through the lens of sociological criticism. The Order of Melchizedek by Nick Joaquin is a complex narrative that intertwines themes of faith, identity, and the struggle between personal beliefs and societal expectations. The story follows Sid Estiva, who returns to Manila after a long absence, only to find himself embroiled in a web of intrigue involving a mysterious figure, Father Melcher, who claims to be a modern day prophet resembling the biblical Melchizedek. The narrative opens with Sid arriving at the airport, where he encounters various characters, including a woman in green who warns him about holding a toothbrush high in the air, an act that signifies his unintentional involvement in a larger conflict. As he navigates the bustling airport, he becomes aware of a larger cultural and spiritual crisis brewing in his homeland. The plot thickens when Sid learns about a group led by Father Melchor, who is attempting to merge traditional Filipino beliefs with Christianity, claiming to revive a more primal form of worship. This new movement attracts various followers, including Sid's sister Gia, who is drawn into its fold. The group's activities become increasingly questionable, raising concerns about their methods and intentions. As the story unfolds, Sid grapples with his own beliefs and the implications of his sister's involvement with the group. He seeks to understand the enigmatic Father Melcher and the allure of his teachings, which seem to promise a return to a more profound spiritual connection. The narrative crescendos with a series of dramatic events, including a kidnapping, a murder, and a confrontation with the forces of darkness within the movement. Ultimately, the story explores the conflict between the sacred and profane, the personal and the collective, and the struggle for identity in a rapidly changing world. Joaquin's rich symbolism and philosophical inquiries prompt the readers to reflect on the natural of faith and the complexities of human existence, leaving them with the lingering questions about the paths individuals choose in their search for meaning. So next, the theme. In the Order of Melchizedek, sociological literary criticism reveals significant themes surrounding identity, culture, conflict, and the intricacies of societal roles, particularly within the post-colonial landscape of the Philippines. Cultural identity and the conflict return to roots. The protagonist, Sid Estiva, embarks on a journey back to Manila after years spent abroad, symbolizing a reconnection with his cultural roots. This return is not without its changes, as Sid grapples with the complexities of society that has evolved dramatically during his absence. His experiences mirror the struggle many individuals encounter when attempting to reconcile their personal identities with the cultural expectation of their homeland. Generational differences. The dynamics between Sid and his family, especially with his sister Gia, illuminate the generational divide regarding tradition and modernity. Gia's engagement with the new religious movement represents a shift away from conventional beliefs, highlighting the youth's quest for meaning in a rapidly changing society. This conflict between generations serves as a microcosm of the broader societal transformation occurring in post-colonial context, where younger generations frequently challenge established norms in their pursuit of new identities. Religious and cultural syncretism. The narrative delves into fusion of indigenous beliefs and Christianity, as exemplified by the character of Father Melcher and the movement he leads. This syncretism illustrates the complexities of cultural identity in a post-colonial society, where the traditional practices are reinterpreted and adapted to align with the contemporary realities. The tension between preserving cultural heritage and embracing modernity emerges as central theme, as characters navigate their fate and its impact on their identities. the power dynamics and the social hierarchies. The story examines the power dynamics present in familial relationships and societal structures. Sid's protective instinct toward Gia and his criticism of the societal expectations placed upon her offer a critique of patriarchal norms and the pressures to conform. Additionally, the narrative underscores the role of economic status, social class as characters navigate their identities amidst privilege and societal expectations. Violence and control. The narrative's exploration of violence, particularly within the context of the religious movement, highlights the darker facets of cultural and social upheaval. The looming threat of violence acts as a mechanism of control, showcasing how power can be employed to stifle dissent and uphold the societal order. This theme resonates deeply with the historical backdrop of the Philippines, where both colonial and post-colonial struggles to have been marked by violence and resistance. Through these themes, the Order of Melchizedek offers a profound examination of identity, culture, and complexities involved in navigating societal expectations within a post-colonial framework. The characters' challenges reflect the broader tension existing with Filipino society, rendering the narrative a rich subject for sociological exploration. So, the technical analysis. In analyzing the Order of Melchizedek by Nick Joaquin through the lens of sociological criticism, several key elements emerge, including symbolisms, character dynamics, and the broader societal implications. The toothbrush served as a multifaceted symbol throughout the excerpt, initially representing Sid Esteva's alienation and non-involvement in Filipino society. By holding it aloft, he inadvertently signals his disconnection from his homeland, transforming it into a symbol of non involvement that underscores the tension between personal identity and societal expectations. When Sid eventually places the toothbrush in the niche at Salem House, it signifies his acceptance of his past and the complexities of his identity. Salem House itself symbolizes the intersection of traditions and contemporary beliefs, reflecting the revival of indigenous practice with a Christian framework. As a gathering place for the new religious movement led by Father Melcher, it illustrates the blending of old and new ideologies, with a space being repurposed from a nunnery showcasing ongoing cultural transformations in the post-colonial Philippines. The niche housing image of Christ represents the tension between established religious practices and emerging new forms of worship. Sid's act of burning the plane ticket and placing the toothbrush in the niche symbolizes ritualistic gestures of commitment to a new understanding of faith that embraces both sacred and the profane. Character dynamics are also crucial in this analysis. Sid embodies the struggle of the expatriate returning to a changed society, revealing feelings of alienation as he navigates his identity. His interactions with Gia and Adela highlight generational conflicts and differing attitudes towards tradition and modernity. Gia represents the younger generation's search for identity and meaning, reflecting a departure from traditional values and a quest for personal autonomy, while her tension with the family expectations underscores broader societal conflicts regarding gender roles and individual agency. Father Melcher emerges as a complex figure, representing authority and rebellion against the traditional religious structures, embodying the blending of pagan and Christian beliefs. The conversation he has with Sid reveal a ideological battle within Filipino society regarding faith and identity. The excerpt captures the cultural conflict inherent in post-colonial societies, where traditional belief clash with modern ideologies. As characters discuss the new image of Christ and the practices at Salem House, additionally, the interactions between Sid, Gia, and Adela reveal patriarchal structures governing familiar relationship, with Adela's desire to control Gia's choices, reflecting societal expectations for women. Gia's push for independence signifies a challenge to these norms, highlighting ongoing struggles for gender equality within Filipino culture. The violence Sid experiences at the hands of goons and the mention of the taxi driver's murder illustrates the darker aspect of societal upheaval, with violence serving as a means of control that underscores power dynamics within the religious movement and broader implications for social order in post-colonial Philippines. Through this sociological lens, the excerpt reveals intricate layers of symbolism, character dynamics, and societal implications. The toothbrush, Salem House, and the niche serve as powerful symbols of identity, cultural conflict, and the blending of old and new ideologies. The characters' struggles reflect broader tension within Filipino society, inviting readers to consider the complexities of faith, identity, and the ongoing negotiation of cultural values in a post-colonial context. Lastly, the judgment. In the order of Melchizedek, an overall judgment reveals the intricate interplay of identity, cultural conflict, and societal dynamics that Joaquin masterfully weaves into the narrative. The toothbrush, emblematic of Sid Esteva's alienation and disconnection from his homeland, serve as a potent symbol throughout the text. It highlights the struggles of expatriate returning to a society that has evolved in his absence, reflecting the broader theme of individual versus collective identity in a post-colonial context. The setting of Salem House further symbolizes the blending of traditional contemporary beliefs, illustrating the revival of indigenous practices within a Christian framework. This space, once a nunnery, has been repurposed, showcasing the ongoing cultural transformations in the Philippines and the tension between old and new ideologies. The conversations surrounding the new religious movement, led by Father Melcher, reveal deeper societal implications, such as the challenge to establish religious norms in the quest for a more meaningful spiritual connection among the younger generation. Character dynamics play a crucial role in this sociological analysis. Sid's interaction with Gia and Adela eliminate generational conflicts and differing attitudes toward tradition and modernity. Gia's desire for autonomy and her involvement in the new religious movement signify a departure from familiar expectations and a challenge to patriarchal norms, reflecting the broader struggle for gender equality in Filipino society. Meanwhile, Father Melcher embodies the complexities of authority and rebellion, representing the ideological battles within the church and the search for a new identity in changing worlds. The narrative also addresses issues of violence and control, as seen in Sid's harrowing experiences with the goons and the mention of the taxi driver's murder. This violence underscores the power dynamics at play within the religious movement and highlights the darker aspect of societal upheaval. Additionally, the social interactions at Adela's gathering reveal class distinctions and economic disparities, further complicating the characters' identities and the relationships. The Order of Melchizedek serves as a rich tapestry of sociological themes, inviting readers to engage with the complexities of faith, identify cultural values in post-colonial contexts. That would be all. I hope you learned a lot. Thank you very much.